Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab, and in this video I want to show you a quick drill that you can do, and I call it the shorten swing path drill for obvious reasons, as you're going to see. Now, the objective of this drill is to fix what most call casting, or may call a long swing, or maybe even some may call it bat drag, those types of swings. We're going to define long versus short swings, talk about how finger pressure is crucial in this drill to providing connection between the turning torso and the hands holding the bat. We're going to talk about hitting the catcher's glove and what that means. And also, you don't need a hitting aid, but we are going to talk about if you can add the rope bat in with this drill. It's going to make it a little bit more advanced and help hitters to feel the right movement. So let's start with the objective of this drill is to fix casting or long, some bat drag types of swings. Now, defining long versus short, a lot of coaches have different varying views on what a long swing versus a short swing is. Some describe a short swing as a swinging down type of swing, knob to ball, swinging down short there. Some describe a long swing is starting way back here and going here, or some, even the ones that promote this type of swing, a swinging down type of swing, will call a normal barrel path that you would see any elite hitter using as a long swing, and then they'll excuse that off as, well, they're just elite swingers and they're big strong men and only they can do that. Well, I want to define what long versus short is. Short, for our purposes, is the correct barrel path. Okay, so the correct barrel path is a Nike swoosh sign. So if we trace the barrel with a Miguel Cabrera or Andrew McCutcheon, you're going to see like a Nike swoosh sign, and that Nike swoosh sign will differ in height depending on the high pitch, low pitch. But we see this Nike swoosh barrel path. Okay, so a short swing is not this. At least that's not my definition of a short swing. We're going to shorten the swing using these markers that you see down here. So I use 3 baseballs. You can use softballs. You can use anything, but I use 3 baseballs. And basically what we want to do is we want to get the hitter to set up first, and we're going to set the first marker in line with the back foot, but just behind the plate. So we want it out of the way, plus we want it kind of in a general direction. I'm going to show you why when we talk about the hitter hitting the catcher's glove. But the first marker, and this is actually going to be our game marker. This is where we want our swing, which glove we want to hit off, which catcher's glove we want to hit off. The next one is going to be about a foot's length in front of that, is going to be our swing shortening marker, and then another ball's length behind this one is going to be our longer swing. Most of the younger hitters, you'll see this long casting swing. The barrel starts back here, okay? So we want all 3 representations. We want our hitters to have different variations or different points of reference for what long is, where we want it, and what is a little bit too short. If they're too long and we get them to work on this short one, most likely we'll get them in the middle is where we really want them. We call it the Goldilocks golden rule. We don't want to be too long, we don't want to be too short, we want to be just right. So one thing they got to make sure that we're doing before we get to the catcher's glove, and basically that's what these balls represent, is the catcher's glove. So this would be catcher's glove here, this would be catcher's glove here, and this would be catcher's glove here. Okay, so the ball is just a representation of where that catcher's glove is, so below where the point we want them to hit. Want to make sure that we're using finger pressure in this drill. This helps with connecting the hand and the bat holding the hand holding the bat to the turning torso. If we don't get that connection, this drill is going to be really hard for those hitters that are casting or really long with their bat. So finger pressure, meaning we want to have the top hand only, bottom 3 fingers squeeze tight from the moment the hitter picks their front foot up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way through impact till about right here, and then we can either top hand release, or we can loosen that grip pressure as we finish with our follow through. So that's very important that we're doing finger pressure when doing this drill. It just keeps with connection. Now, I explained the catcher's glove, how to set these up. So these balls again are representations of the catcher's glove. Now there's a couple different metaphors being used out there, which they're good, maybe not the best, some are better than others, but the Ferris wheel versus the merry-go-round. So Ferris wheel being vertical. Now the swing, I don't agree that it is totally Ferris wheel. I don't agree that it's totally merry-go-round. It's in the middle somewhere. Again, Nike swoosh sign. I've also heard this described as, or the barrel path described as, throwing the barrel sideways into the zone. I like that better. It's almost like skipping the rock across the lake. And the important thing is that we all understand what we're trying to do, what we're trying to get our hitters to accomplish, and we're going to use variation to get there. Again, different points of reference. Having them practice the wrong way, the right way. Trying to get them to exaggerate if they're super long, to get them here, get them working on this one, to get them in the middle. So how this looks is you want them to set up again, the back foot in line with the middle ball, and you're going to have them just take some, we call them rhythm swings. So you're just going to have them take some rhythm swings where we're not really taking a stride, we're just kind of feeling barrel path here. So this is the deep, the long barrel path, the casting barrel path, and just get them feeling this, okay? Then 5 swings, taking the middle, hitting the middle catcher's glove, and just like this, just feeling the difference. You want to ask them if they're feeling the difference. Then go to the short one, and they're going to feel the difference in the short one. Okay, so that's basically the drill. And then you would go into off the tee or soft toss or dry swings, and you would have them either work this one for maybe a round of 5, work this one, or you can go on swings 1, 3, 5. If they're super long, you're going to have them swing and hit this one on swings 1, 3, and 5. Then on swings 2 and 4, have them try and hit this one. You could do a block round where you have them only hit this one if you're really trying to shorten them up. I have the rope bat out here, and this is the last thing. So again, you don't need the hitting aid, but a rope bat is really good, and I do this drill with a rope bat. So you could do the same thing again. Back foot lines up with the middle ball. You're just going to do your rhythm swings again. You're just reaching back on the back one for 5 swings. Then you're going middle one for 5 swings, getting them feel what that feels like, the difference that feels like, and then you're going to have them swing and try and hit the front one for 5 swings. And what you should find while using either a normal bat or the rope bat is you should find them start to shorten things up, and they'll start to get into the right swing path with their barrel. So again, in this video, we went over the short and swing path drill. The objective was to fix casting, a long swing, or other bat drag type swings. We defined what long versus short swing is, talked about how finger pressure is crucial when doing this drill to maintain connection between the turning torso and the hands. We talked about hitting the catcher's glove, how to set up our markers, our different catcher's glove markers. We discussed the Ferris wheel versus a merry-go-round, throwing barrel sideways, and those are all like barrel path metaphors that we use. We also talked about using variation, different points of reference, practicing it right, practicing it wrong. And for those that want to go out and get the rope bat, I feel like it's a really good hitting aid for this drill. You don't have to get it, you don't need it, but you can go out and get it because I think it has a lot of benefit. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. I hope you make sure you're swinging smarter by moving better. And before I let you go,
the Hitting Performance Lab wants to know, did you know that reducing ground balls and swing and miss strikeouts has less to do with hand path and more to do with knee action? Have you ever heard, finish taller? To drive the ball, you have to uppercut. Well, we created a free video revealing the results of a scientific study that showed a reduction in ground balls of 27% and an increase in productive balls in the air of 24% over 200 swings without messing with hand path. Click here now to get the video while it's still free.